President Obama has made no endorsement in the Democratic race for president, but that hasn't stopped Joe Biden from repeatedly invoking his former boss's name, his friend Barack, on the campaign trail. And now Bernie Sanders is pulling out some of the former president's past comments, hoping they'll pay off for him in this new campaign ad. Take a look.
Bernie is somebody who has the virtue of saying exactly what he believes, great authenticity, great passion, and is fearless. Bernie served on the Veterans Committee and got bills done.
I think people are ready for a call to action. They want honest leadership who cares about them. They want somebody who's going to fight for them. And they will find it in Bernie. That's right, feel the burn.
I'm Bernie Sanders, and I approve this message.
Were you listening closely? CNN KFAL senior editor Andrew Kaczynski was fresh off an appearance off the Brooklyn Nets Jumbotron. He's here to point out what you may have missed. Andrew, Bernie Sanders hasn't always been eager to be connected to President Obama.
No, he was very sharply critical of President Obama from basically the time he came into office until, right around when he was going to run for president. And his criticisms were that Obama was basically governing, not as a progressive. He was governing as the centrist. And it seemed like Bernie was very disappointed about this because he argued that President Obama basically came into office with all of this grassroots support when he was elected in 2008, and then he didn't go far enough on health care, right after the financial crisis on Wall Street, on a whole host of issues. And there was even an appearance on Bill Maher in, I think, 2013 or 2014, where he was defending President Obama, and he said, look, this is coming from me, Bernie Sanders, and I'm not his biggest fan because of how he's been on all of these issues as president.
Well, I mean, he called for him to be primaried at one point, right?
That's right. On actually 4 separate occasions in 2011, he said that he thought that a primary to President Obama would be a good thing because, again, this criticism that he had was that Obama was moving too far to the right, and if there was a progressive challenger, he could be pushed back to the left on a lot of these issues.
Right. And specifically in this ad, there are a lot of sound bites from President Obama. They're sort of cobbled together from different sources. And I'm curious about that feel the burn moment.
So that line is from Obama's speech at the DNC in 2016 when he's actually endorsing Hillary. What he's arguing there is trying to get Sanders supporters to vote for Hillary. And the rest of that ad is when Sanders ran for Senate in 2006, he was endorsed by Obama. He was endorsed by the Democratic Party. Everybody basically backed him from the Democratic Party in that campaign. And Obama went and campaigned for him. And that's where the first part comes in, and the second part is from that speech at the DNC.
Right. And quickly, what is the Sanders campaign saying about this? Because people are pushing back.
So we've seen a lot of these faux Obama endorsement ads. Bloomberg very prominently had one. Obama really hasn't said anything. He's staying out of the primary. What the Sanders campaign said to us was that Bernie is proud of so many of the accomplishments of President Obama, which is why he fought to protect the Affordable Care Act and Iran deal from Donald Trump's nuclear attacks, Donald Trump's attacks. And the other thing that they pointed out to us was that liberal organizations, left-wing organizations, MoveOn.org, Progressive Campaign Committee, they also pushed President Obama on a lot of these same issues from the left as Bernie Sanders.
Yeah. Andrew Kaczynski, thanks so much for the time, man. We appreciate it.